Hello and welcome to GFN Soul NYC FM and Real Life TV Now. I'm Robert Ashley, and we thank you once again for being with us right here on the Robert Ashley Report, where we do news and commentary. I'll also be sure to share our content, like our content, hit that notification bell. That way you can keep up as to what we're doing right here at GFN Soul NYC FM. Now, also, we're working on some very special documentaries dealing with the history of hip-hop, not rap, but hip-hop. Now, our colleague Wayne G., one of the founding members of the mighty G-Force Nation, is indeed working on that documentary, so stay tuned. We've got that for you. Now, here at GFN Soul NYC FM and Real Life TV Now, we have radio and TV, if you will, Black-owned and Black-operated. Now, our radio component is indeed the Quiet Storm Station, where 24/7 you can get the best in throwback music. Yes, the best in throwback music right here on social media. Alexa will take you there as well. And each and every night, 10 o'clock, Central Standard Time till about the break of dawn, my colleague Wayne G. will serenade you with the best in throwback music. But our top story today, as we deal with news and commentary, deals with our own Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett right here in Dallas, Texas. Now, she's the congressional representative in District 30, and of course, Congresswoman Crockett has made it no secret that she is really concerned about the President of the United States, Donald John Trump, who she says is a convicted felon. And to this point, he is still a convicted felon, even though he's appealing those particular convictions there, if you will. But the Congresswoman here in Texas, who is a rising star within the Democratic Party and could possibly even run for President of the United States. Now, if you hadn't heard, there's a lot of buzz in the nation's capital about our Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett possibly running for President of the United States as a Democratic nominee. And now she is asking some major questions with regards to the First Lady, Melania Trump's so-called Einstein visa. Now, many of you know that the First Lady was not born in the United States. And with all the talk about immigration here, immigration there, with all the controversy surrounding ICE, things of that sort, the protests that we've seen all over the country, no King's Day, things of that sort, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, a powerful Democrat, is now questioning whether or not Melania Trump's Einstein visa eligibility is indeed solid. Now, can you imagine the First Lady of the United States being here on a visa and she's technically not eligible for that? Now, that's what Congresswoman Crockett is indeed alleging. Now, she, during a House hearing there in Washington, D.C., recently questioned whether or not First Lady Melania Trump's EB-1 visa, which was issued in 2001, a green card based upon national and international acclaim, whether or not that's actually legitimate. Because that Einstein, just think about that now, the Einstein visa pretty much is used for academic research and multinational corporations, or for athletes who have exceptional prowess, things of that sort. But Congresswoman Crockett seems to be asking the question, now look, First Lady Melania Trump, who is from Slovenia, is she really eligible for the Einstein EB-1 visa that was issued in 2001, or did she get preferential treatment because of who her husband is? But Congresswoman Crockett questioning whether or not the First Lady of the United States is in the country legally. Is she eligible for the EB-1 visa, Einstein visa? Is she eligible? Melania Trump.
The reality is that what they are claiming what they want to do versus what they're actually doing, the actions don't match up. And while we are supposed to be talking about visas, somehow we continue to cherry pick and talk about one criminal act and another criminal act. And it is so very interesting to me that, yes, we will say people are xenophobic, because when you start to decide that just because somebody came from another country, they are automatically some kind of criminal, that does sound kind of xenophobic to me, because you are using a paintbrush to paint an entire group of people where the vast majority of them are coming here because they are actually seeking a better life. But let me get to what this hearing is supposed to be about. The idea that Trump and my Republican colleagues want to restore integrity and security in the visa process is actually a joke. Let me be clear. Integrity is not snatching lawful visa holders off the streets and throwing them into unmarked vans. Integrity is not revoking visas based on social media posts that hurt somebody's little feelings because kids decide that they want to go after Trump or this administration. We have a thing called free speech in this country. And since we're talking about integrity, I'm confused as to why my Republican colleagues aren't talking about the lack of integrity when it comes to the president's family's visas. Let me remind y'all that Melania, the First Lady, a model, and when I say model, I'm not talking about Tyra Banks, Cindy Crawford, or Naomi Campbell level, applied for and was given an EB-1 visa. And that stands for is an Einstein visa. Now, y'all that don't know, let me tell you how you receive an Einstein visa. You're supposed to have some sort of significant achievement, like being awarded a Nobel Peace Prize or a Pulitzer, being an Olympic medalist, or having other sustained extraordinary abilities and success in sciences, arts, education, business, or athletics. Last time I checked, the First Lady had none of those accolades under her belt. It doesn't take an Einstein to see that the math ain't mathin' here.
And we welcome you back to Real Life TV Now and GFN Soul NYC FM. I'm Robert Ashley. We thank you for being with us right here on the Robert Ashley Report, where we do news and commentary. Now, this is going to be a very interesting story to watch. Once again, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, who possibly could be the Democratic nominee for president in our next election cycle, is questioning the eligibility of the Einstein visa status of First Lady Melania Trump. Now, so far, the White House is kind of scoffing this off. Not really, I guess, expressing any real concern about this. But as Congresswoman questioned whether or not the First Lady was in the country legally during a House congressional hearing, we'll wait to see what the outcome will indeed be. All right, and of course, Congresswoman Crockett also, at last report, was still under investigation. And Act Blue, which is, of course, an organization that raises money for the Democratic Party, she is still under investigation with regards to campaign funds, something that Congresswoman Crockett has denied having done anything wrong. She's saying that she's in the crosshairs of President Trump and the rest of the MAGA movement. Well, once again, you've been watching the Robert Ashley Report right here on GFN Soul NYC FM and Real Life TV Now. And continue to like our channel, share our content, hit that notification bell. And also, don't forget about our radio component, 24/7. The best in throwback music, hosted by our colleague Wayne G. And then each and every night, 10 o'clock until the break of dawn, we've got The Quiet Storm just for you. On behalf of GFN Soul NYC FM and Real Life TV Now, I'm Robert Ashley.